look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this reaction video, man, as we already know, there are many people who are upset about who the new president-elect is and who's going to be the president in the future. We know that. We see it all over social media, okay? Now, I done covered stuff like this before, but this is a little unique. People are getting fired because they are violating their jobs policies by putting things on social media that is not in the best interest of the companies that they work for. So what I'm going to be showing you today, I'm going to show you a new policy that many career-based people or companies are now adopting. It's called the Hatch Act. And I'm going to explain what that is. But first, I'm going to let this gentleman get into a story of his own. And then I'm going to give you some statistical data, some information about what the Hatch Act is, and let you know how bad it can be for you, Jack. Now, hold on 1 second. I put on y'all screen right quick. Can you dig it? I hope y'all doing all right out there, man. I think this the right one here. This the right one right here. Okay. All right, now, let's get it.
Social media get you fired. So my homegirl called me Wednesday telling me that she's gonna make this video, and y'all obviously know what the video's about. And I told her I strongly advise against it. I also advise her, like I would tell some of y'all, that maybe y'all should take a break off of social media until maybe April sometime, right? Till your emotions go down. She said, Joe, you don't know what you're talking about. You're the part of the problem and all this and stuff. I said, well, I encourage you, you do what you want to do, but I encourage you to read your employee handbook and also read whatever policies they have regarding social media. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So she made the video. The video hits 100,000 views, right? Views, it was saved and everything else. And I told her the views don't matter. What matters is what's saved, because that's how many people saved that video and downloaded that video. She goes to work Thursday. Boss calls her in, says, hey, come on up. We gotta talk. Told her we're gonna give you the rest of the day off. We've seen the video. It's concerning, and we'll get back with you. So she calls me, and I said, I asked her, I said, is this the end of a pay period for you? She said, yeah. They're gonna let you go. They're gonna let you go. No, no, they're not. They're just gonna, probably give me a suspension. No, based on your job and where you at, your position, they're gonna let you go. So she goes back in Friday. ID card doesn't work. Security come in and say, hey, come with me. Come to security. They had her stuff in boxes. Said, your employment has been terminated. She's going hysterical, crying, said, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything, or blah, blah, blah. Hysterical. And let me tell you something. Do you know who gave them that video? Her co-workers. The people.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all people got to stop letting people on your job know what your beliefs are, man, especially when it comes to politics, man. There's a lot of haters on your job. They're not your co-workers, man. A lot of times these co-workers are conspirators. So you got to understand something, Jack. Most of the people you deal with are not interested in collaboration. They are interested in competition. You may have that one spot, that one position that they covet. They want that position. And if they can find anything to make you fall from that position and possibly elevate themselves to that position, they're going to take it. They're going to go behind your back and do it. And they might just be blatant enough to do it in front of your face. You got to use some common sense, especially if your job is your main source, your primary source of money and income, especially if you got family. Can you understand what I'm trying to tell you here? Okay? And if you're going to be doing stuff, man, let me tell you something. A lot of these jobs now, they are putting into place, they are implementing new policies and not informing you. They might send an email, but you don't care about that. They may mention it, but you don't care about that. they're going to think that it's your responsibility to stay on top of these things. So if you get fired for violation of policy because you decided to act like a fool on social media, which could bring some type of bad image to their brand, it's still going to be your fault, because they're going to say you should first had common sense not to do it. Secondly, it's your responsibility to be familiarized with the policies of that company. Y'all are taking too many chances, man. All these trends and challenges, and look, I'm all for free speech, but you got to understand there are environments that exist that limit free speech. You might get mad, it's true. You cannot say whatever you want to say on the job. You cannot portray yourself any kind of way when you are representing federal companies or whatever it may be. There's just some things you just cannot do. And you can get mad and say, I want my free speech. Good. But you need to have some wisdom to go with that free speech, man. You're jeopardizing your careers. You're jeopardizing your livelihoods just so you can make a point. And guess what? When Trump goes into office, and when he comes out of the office, there'll be another president, and then another president, and another president. Every 4 years. The longest they could be in there is 8 years at a time. So you've probably been working at a job for 10 to 15 years, and you lost that 10 to 15 year job with the benefits and everything for a man who's going to be in office for 4 more years. I want you to think about that. And other companies may not hire you because they're going to ask for your resume and recommendations and stuff. They may contact your employer, and they may tell the new employer, hey, this is what they did over here. They said all this stuff made our company look bad. So now you're going to be struggling to find another job with less pay probably. You got to be mature, man, and use your damn sense. That's crazy. Let's keep going before I show you what the Hatch Act is.
Her coworkers, the people that she thought was cool with her. People who was yeah, what she do? So she goes outside, and so now her co-workers are calling her, right? And they all calling. And you know why they calling? Because they want to know. And they say things like this: oh, what happened, girl? What's up? What happened? Oh my God, no, we need to do something. We're gonna come together and we're gonna go talk to them. Y'all not gonna do it. They ain't gonna do nothing. What they're going to do is they're going to go to their social media account and go delete all the comments they made or anything and make sure that their stuff ain't whatever. And if they made a video, they're going to delete the video. They ain't going to do nothing because they can't do nothing. And let me tell you why. There's something called the Hatch Act.
Now, let me go ahead and break down what the Hatch Act is so we all can be familiar with it, because you need to know what's going on. Hold on right quick so I put on your screen, all right? 1 second, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. I think that's it. Let me see if it's on your screen or not. Okay, let's get to it. Oops, excuse me. Let's get to it. The Hatch Act of 1939, an act to prevent pernicious political activity, is a United States federal law that prohibits civil service employees in the executive branch of the federal government, except the president and vice president, from engaging in some forms of political activity. It became law on August 2nd, 1939, the law was named for Senator Carl Hatch of New Mexico. It was most recently amended in 2012. Now, hold on. I'll show you this. A VA employee, right? Veterans Affairs employee gets 70-day suspension for violating the Hatch Act. The U.S. Office of Special Counsel today announces that a U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs employee who violated the Hatch Act by sharing Facebook posts promoting partisan political fundraisers has agreed to a 70-day unpaid suspension. Stay off social media with that BS, man. Y'all getting in trouble. Now look at him. What is an example of a Hatch Act violation? In one case, a U.S. Department of Commerce employee violated the Hatch Act by posting 2 Facebook messages while on duty supporting a local candidate in a partisan political election, one of which solicited monetary contributions to the candidate's campaign, and that was in September 5th, 2024. What is the Hatch Act in simple terms, okay? The Hatch Act restricts the political activity of individuals employed by state, district of Columbia, I'm sorry, y'all, sometimes I mess up words, or local executive agencies, and who work in connection with programs financed in whole or in part by federal loans or grants. So you can't be a CIA agent. You can't work for the post office and do this stuff. There's a lot of jobs who don't want you to do any of that stuff, okay? You got to keep your anger to yourself or go find some damn support group. Get therapy. You know what I mean? Go talk to your homies who feel the same way. Stop jeopardizing your livelihoods, man. That's all I got to say about the matter. You dig? Now let me put this man back on there and let him finish with the story. Can you dig it? Hold on right quick. Now I gave y'all the information. Let's get it.
There's something called the Hatch Act. You need to research it. Go Google it. That a lot of agencies are starting to adapt. And a lot of agencies are starting to adapt to this new social media climate and adding the social media policies within their organization. But because you don't read and you don't read the updated policies that they send out or the emails, you don't know that. So then all of a sudden you get cocky and get arrogant and think you won't get caught, think you won't whatever. Then you go out and you want to make this a video to express your disgust or to express whatever you want going on. And then guess what happens? Somebody in your organization or your coworkers who you think are your friends and not your competitors, all of a sudden sends that video to them. Now guess what? Now that job is gone and your coworker is going to apply for the position. They're not coworkers, they're competitors.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get that through your head.
Yep.
A lot of you are allowing social media to get you in places that you don't want to be. There's a lot of people who lose their job over social media. A lot of them. And a lot of you allow some of these people, these content creators who have emotional and mental issues, get you into a place where you want to go do stupid shit.
Yep.
And you want to go do dumb stuff. And that's okay, that's fine. Guess what? There is a legal system that has no problem sitting you down for a minute. If you don't like your lights, if you don't like air conditioning, food, cool. There's an unemployment line for you. One of the two. But you need to think before you post that video. You need to think. And a lot of you don't. And a lot of you are losing your jobs and your careers and you're putting your life online because of stuff you want to put on social media. Because you done heard somebody else and support somebody else. These people on social media don't live these lives. And they go in here and you get in your emotions, you get in your feelings, and you think it's okay for you to post it. Or you think it's okay to do certain things on social media, but you don't understand. There's some people who really don't like you.
Right.
They pretend to like you. And they're called co-workers and friends. And they tell you, yeah, girl, go do it. Yeah, man, go do it. Go do it.
Anybody that try to encourage you to do something that can be self-destructive or tear down what you got. Remember, I always tell y'all, it only takes one person to destroy everything you got. It only takes one person to mess up everything you worked hard for, everything that you worked years for. One person. And if you're listening to that one person, everything you got can go away instantly, like a snap. Just snapping my fingers, just like that. Those are not your friends, man. They have hidden agendas.
I'm telling you not. Because I love you enough to tell you the truth. Let me tell you something. Social media has done a lot of good, but it has done a whole lot of harm to a lot of people. A lot of people have ended up in jail. Their families gone, their houses and everything that they work for gone with just a simple video. A moment of allowing your emotions to get out of control and not controlling your emotion, not mastering your emotions, being completely reckless has caused more harms to people than good. And here's the thing. We're living in times right now, companies can't afford lawsuits no more. They can't afford it and they're not loyal to you. They never was. You're a liability. You're a risk. And it's hard. It's a lot harder now for you to get a job to come from something like that because they're scared you're going to do it again.
Right.
Let me tell you a story that was told to me by an executive in a hospital. This lady was a nurse, and I don't know too much of the nursing jargon and things, so help me. This lady was a nurse, and she was going live, and she was on some recovery, unit or whatever, where people would come out of surgery, and they would be on this recovery ward. So one of the lights was going on sounds was going off, and one of the machines or whatever, and she was on live. And the lady people in the comments were like, hey, you got to go check on that. From what I understand, because you're a nurse, you have to, even if a wire is missing, even if whatever, you have to go check regardless, right? She didn't. She turned off the sound.
Too busy being on live. Too busy focusing on social media. But check out this end of the story here.
While she was on live, someone screen recorded that. In the background was her company. And on her license, on her badge, you think because it's blurred. Man, they got technologies all over the place. They can tell.
Yep.
Right? From what I understand, the executive, he told me the man passed away. He passed away. Right? They've reviewed the footage. She tried to delete the live. Look, TikTok ain't loyal to you. TikTok ain't loyal to you. You think it's deleted, it's not. Right? They looked at the footage of where she was at, found out that she was on live, let her go. Also criminal charges. Right?
I just wanted you to hear that part right there. People are willing. They're willing for people to die just so they can get some likes, some views, some comments. They don't care. They're willing to lose it all, Jack. They want to lose it all. They don't care how you feel about it. They don't give a damn, okay? Leave your strong, passionate opinions off social media. If you have a job that have policies that are against you being on social media, you better go look at your policies now, because it's probably updated and you probably don't know. It's probably been revised. Anyway, you let me know what you think about this topic. You hear me? So I'll holler at you later on. You take it easy now. You hear me?